On the Checker Pro Radio Show, I have an attic efficiency expert. You've probably seen him before. His name is Adam Greer from the Wise Attic. Adam, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Living the dream, buddy.
Living the dream. Good, good, good for you.
Yeah.
Hey, a question's come in. This question's perfect for you and what you do. Someone wants to know about how new insulation can reduce their air conditioning system strain. I think what they mean by that is their AC is running all the time. Here
Yeah.
in the greater Houston area, it is hot and humid so many months out of the year. Sometimes people's systems don't stop ever from like late May through October. And but maybe if it wasn't so hot in their attic, maybe they could give their AC system a break.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So insulation does two, we taught this before, two things. Keeps out and keeps in. So it's a buffer between your living space and that dark, dusty thing, that cave that nobody pays attention to until it's emergency. So having enough insulation up there to hold your climate into your space you want it to be, so it's not leaving, makes sense. And then also holding back the heat from penetrating. So I've said this before, the heat sponge, enough insulation so the heat never touches your ceiling. That's your goal. So that'll create less use of your AC because it's not having to, you got your house set at 72, but it's being heated by the attic. And so it can't get under 77. It's possible that sometimes even 78, you just can't get below that. That's a sign that you got an inefficiency somewhere for sure. Second thing is always make sure you're pulling the load out, get the hot air out of it. But your system will work less if the demand in the climate is not more. It's really that simple. If I keep pushing that button, wanting more and more and more, that system's okay. We got half, and it's wearing it out. So you really have to address the problem. Why do you keep having to crank that thermostat? One thing that people don't realize is so often the thermostat is located right by your attic cool down staircase. Problem with that is you've got leaky air from that attic. So putting a DraftMaster simple solution on that attic staircase. Stop that air leak into your hallway that's hitting that thermostat. Set the thermostat at 72. So you have two things happen. Sometimes, it's so cold. We're always cold. And we try to, because the thermostat's turning off and on according to this fake temperature, not the accurate setting you want for your climate, your living climate. So that's a big one. That's like a no-brainer. That's like putting fresh, parts on, putting new tires in the car. It just runs better. Get that leak solved, and you're going to see a big difference. That's if your thermostat's by your attic, which most of them are, because that's where your utilities are, and they just go straight down, put your thermostat. Some people, though, they'll be on the other side of the house, which that's great, really, because it's not being affected. But check your thermostat. Where's that? That air leakage guarantee is false reading, and so you're not controlling the way you want to control it.
Yeah, you're talking to a guy who has his upstairs thermostat right below the pull down staircase. I've got a DraftMaster though, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's an attic stairway insulator. We talk about it all the time here on the program, and it is got a zipper on it, and you basically zip it shut when you're not up there, and you zip it open, and it's like a blanket. It's an insulation type product which will keep not just a draft out. It's called the DraftMaster. It's more than that. It's actually an insulator,
Mhm.
where you can't have blown-in insulation or bad insulation for obvious reasons because it would make a mess. But it's a
Yeah,
flexible product that works great.
and it allows us, it kind of creates a dam, if you will. If we're blowing insulation, we're going to hold it back from the staircase,
Mm.
just because they don't want falling in. With the DraftMaster on, which we always do first if people want that, then we can bring the insulation right against the walls of that insulator. And so you're getting full insulation to the attic ladder. The insulator itself is adding insulation.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Just love it. All of Adam's information is located in the description of this podcast. There's no reason not to reach out to him for attic efficiency as always. Thank you, Adam.
My pleasure. Always glad to help our fellow Houstonians.